What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to another episode of Hand of Fate. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. My name is Splat. I'm very happy to have you back in the watching seat while I am in the playing seat, and we are doing, I don't know, all of our butts are doing something right now. I think that's the point that I'm trying to get to, is that every single butt right now is like seated. I don't know, maybe it's contracting muscles and you're like walking. I don't know, it's doing something though. You know, I never noticed there's a big card right there. I wonder what that is. It probably comes out at the end of the game, huh? It's got little thumb slots on the sides. That's the important part. In the previous episode, we had made friends with a wizard who was probably the worst friend we could ever have. Not a good friend wizard. Not a good frizzard. Not the kind of frizzard that I would ever want. And then we've also got another thing right here. We're going to expand his story a little bit further. So join me. Come with me. So this game is actually kind of unique in the sense that for an RPG, everything is not set in stone. You're allowed to do other, like you bring your own deck for encounters so that the things that happen and the treasure that drops, you dictate that. And so, for example, we've got to set up our deck for this quest. So our encounters, we've got some new ones. We've got Maleclipse's Problem, we've got the Market Thief, we've got the Fork in the Road, and we've got the Finding the Forest Folk. And then we've also got, let's go with Arm Wrestling, because Arm Wrestling has, you can do Arm Wrestling like 5 times and it just keeps getting better and better and better if we could avoid failing it. I'm going to go with the Cardinal Blade, Soldier's Sword, Warrior's Axe, and the Bastion of Purification on the gear that can drop. Oh, we can take everything. Never mind. I'm going to take all the lootses with Splat right now. Let's start this thing on up and see what we got going on here. See what we got going on.
Little call to heroism. How many adventures start thus?
Boom. The Magician. So we're working for that gold coin right there. Oh, Whispers from the West.
I had thought about nothing but the game. I was defeated. It is true. I became complacent long before then. I thought I knew everything about the game and what it could be. Now you see before you the extent of my research. I have crafted this game anew.
Your conversation with a fur trader is interrupted as Maleclipse arrives in a flurry. The Whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town of Westwind is suffering against the Blight. Alright, let's head there. You return to the markets and ask if any traders are headed to Westwind and need an escort. There are 3 options. We have a stonemason, we have a weaponsmith, and a food wagon. I'm gonna go with the weaponsmith. You arrange a comfortable or an uncomfortable ride jammed in amongst the many tools of a weaponsmith headed far west. Well, you know, tools go with the tools, I guess. Now we got the Soldier's Sword. I'm definitely going to swap that out. I don't want the neglected one. That's not very kind. You can't neglect your sword. You got to oil it and touch it. You arrive at the town of Westwind. To defend the town, you'll need to locate as many Imperial soldiers as you can before the Blight invades. Alright, let's do this thing. We got to rescue some soldiers.
In these dire positions, and then expect a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
While patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel and the unmistakable groan of corrupted. Your investigation leads you to a distressed nobleman perched on the roof of his carriage. Oof, thank the gods. I was heading to tea with Duke Gilbert when we were ambushed. My footmen left me here to fight them off, but the brawl is now dispersed into the forest. The noble peers fearfully at the tree line. If you stay here and protect me, I can pay you. Nah, I need the soldiers because that's our quest right now, so let's go after them. So, we got 2 guys on our side. You rush into the forest and quickly encounter squad of Imperial soldiers battling the corrupted.
The mage can help you here.
For the Imperium, we shall dive forward for the Emperor's glory, for Sigma. I swear, I love that load screen so much. That's such a fantastically well-assembled load screen. Like, it's the little things with the UI of a game that really stand out to you when you play a lot of video games. There's Maleclipse right there. That's our dude. He's got a magical sentient book that follows him around. Magician, Jester, and Vagabond. When activated, he casts a protective spell on you that can block a single hit. So there it is. We've got to protect our guys over here. So I am going to dive first into the fray and try to keep them safe. Because, little known fact here, if they die, they actually die, and you don't get them at the end of the quest. Ooh, I got smacked. I caught that blap right there. Yeah, go ahead and stab him, I guess. And then I'm going to come back over this way and maybe help out a little bit. I feel bad for this cat. I can't leave him on his own. There we go. I don't know where the other soldier's at, but I assume he's down here. Oh, he's facing off against 2 of them. Alright, I'm going to help out then. And there it is with the fatality. Just run that blade through his head, and it is done. You got to kill the brain on zombies. You got to kill the brain on zombies. If you don't do it, you're going to find yourself with lackluster zombie killing skills. So we got armory equipment, so that's good. And we got the warrior's axe. Yeah, let's use the axe for a little bit. I'm sure that'll be fun. And then we got 15 gold right there, which is great. We can, with the corrupted dispatch, the soldiers turn to you. I'm sure we could have handled it, but thanks for stepping in. I guess we have to go back to escorting His Highness, Sir Quivering Blanket of Mumsy, off to his palace. I will offer you gold to come with me. Working for coin and killing corrupted monsters sounds good to us. We gain 2 recruits, and so the more recruits we have at the end, the better we do on this quest. The easier it'll make the final fight.
Story to tell. We must wonder if this is a tale of a hero or a villain.
You arrive at a city market to meet with Malaclipse's associate. You find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. You can't tell if he's a goblin, a human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with rope are flopped on the ground around him. Merc, Malaclipse calls to the creature, arms outstretched. I have a favor to ask of you, my handsome friend. The greasy goblin man raises a hand to stop the bard's prattle. 10 gold first. You know what? He looks at you expectingly. I don't have any gold. The goblin man looks affronted. Malaclipse places a consoling hand on him. Don't be mad. He doesn't know how our kind work. Merc crosses his arms and turns back to you. Malaclipse makes soothing noises. Look here, Merc. We'll be back before you know it with the gold, okay? So apparently I couldn't do his quest right now because I used the gold on the guards, but that's okay.
Make your choices carefully.
You find some Imperial soldiers strung up by Northerners. Let's fight to free them. That is our quest after all. So I ready my weapon. One-handed weapons are recommended. Nah, we don't need one-handed weapons. We're going in two-handed. We're going in heavy with the black. Alright, Northerners. I don't care how beefy you are, man. These guys are kind of buff, though. Alright. Luckily, I've got a big axe, so I can make this happen. Oh, and he's going to double attack, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they got double attacks. He fell back after one, though. I'm going to focus on the... Oh, nope, that's a dodge-only attack, so we'll get out of the way of that one. Let's see if maybe I can knock him down with a heavy strike. 52 damage, not bad. He's going to follow through on his. If we go near Malaclipse and we press shift, he gives us that shield that you can see around our body right now. Just in case you were wondering where that came from. That's exactly where it came from. Ooh, dodge out of the way of that one. And that is the final kill. We're pretty good at killing Northmen. Pretty solid. We might have a hidden talent for this. We might be good at this. I don't know. We're going to have to run some tests or something. See how it comes back. So the captured soldiers, we got Armory, 1 of 2. And so we get to pick either the Bastion of Purification or the Cardinal Blade. We'll take the Cardinal Blade. It doesn't hit as hard as what we have, but it's a lot faster. And so I'll take that right there.
It indicates the truth.
And then we get 5 food. And then I gain 2 recruits. So we've got 4 men with us now. 4 men that we're taking into the fray in Westwind.
Thrives in even the most unusual of locations.
With 5 gold, I can sell equipment. So I'm going to sell the warrior's axe and the soldier's sword. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. Yep. Make a little bit of money. I don't know if I can go back and we can meet up with this little homeboy down there. But I'm going to try just in case. Hey, I can. You arrive at the city market, so there it is. Alright, there's the 10 gold. Malaclipse steps forward as Merc counts the coins. Merc, old bean. The bard looks furtively around before quickly waving at a shoulder. I require help in removing a, certain illness. Merc considers Malaclipse for a while. That kind of information costs more than a few coins. You splutter indignantly. I will require a test of skill from him. He turns and points at you. Pick a flower and eat it. The greasy florist displays his meager wares. Malaclipse nods as though this is indeed a fair request. I'll eat a forget-me-not. Send me forget-me-nots. The flower tastes pleasantly of berries and grass. Alright, so we gotta hit a 12 target here. I think we can do that. We got a 6. I'm gonna re-roll 2, I guess. I'll take the 3. It's not my favorite prospect, but nope, there it is. We didn't make it. We did not make it. I do not have luck in this playthrough, man. The dice are not favoring me. You feel an intense wave of heat emanate from your stomach to your neck, and you collapse to the floor. You wake to Malaclipse splashing you with water. Merc has left, and you see him attempting to steal a seed bun from a baker's stall. We'll come back later and try again. Can I just leave and then come back? No. Well, I guess that's that. That kind of sucks, though, that you just miss out on the entire storyline segment.
I've changed the game. Each challenge differs both in their rules and their objectives. Even those cards which were once the stairs now vary per challenge, as you will see.
Like, I always find, because I DM D&D a lot, I always find that players are really dissatisfied if they miss out entirely on a storyline due to bad rolls. So instead what I normally do is I come up with a way for them to fail forward. If they fail, like, everything bare minimum, they still have some path to proceed. In this game, I don't know, it's a bummer to miss out on storyline content simply based on dice rolls, you know what I mean? And so now I'm behind, which means I need to replay an entire campaign just to do that card again so that I'll be caught up for the next campaign. And so it's like, yeah, I'm a little on the fence about it. The West Wind Tower bell chimes feverishly. The town crier bellows. There's corrupted in the town. They broke through the sewers and into Louse Lane. Our brave soldiers have gone down there to sort it out. All right. You've arrived to find Westwind's few remaining soldiers handled at the entrance to the porous area, Louse Lane. We cannot let the corruption spread. For the good of the town, we must dispose of anyone who has been tainted, even a little. All right, join the soldiers. So we got a 4 of steel right there, which is why we have 4 soldiers. You join the fight against the corrupted. Let's do this thing. This is a bummer, man, because I wanted to show you guys the storyline, but based on bad luck, this entire series is turning out to be really lackluster based on bad luck alone and nothing else. It's just like, well, RNG is keeping us from seeing all the cool new stuff, so I don't really know what to do about that. Alright, let's take care of these dudes. This will take us all of like 5 seconds to handle. Really not that big of a deal. These dudes ain't that tough. Go ahead and finish him off real fast. Then I'll kill the ones that are near the guards because, yes, indeed, they can die, so be careful about that. This sword is really nice because it gives you an AoE, which some of the swords don't do. And so there it is. We finished off the zombies right there. I found that some weapons are definitely better than others, regardless of how much they sell for, regardless of, you know, what their attack power is. Simply based on their supers are really good. While the corrupted soldiers are removed, you've ensured that the soldiers will survive to aid the town's defense. They help you scavenge what you can from the remains of the poor souls taken by the corruption. So we got equipment right there, which is nice. We got a shield, which is good. We'll go ahead and throw that on. We got 15 gold on that side. And I should probably jump into my inventory and make sure that I've equipped that. Have I actually equipped that? I have. So that's good. Let's keep walking. Captured soldiers over here. Not bad. Fight to free them. Let's do this thing.
From a loose collection of tribes to something to truly fear.
I really like the blade that we have right now. There's another one that's like ice themed that like freezes enemies. There's a hammer that does like holy bolts out of it when you smash the ground with it. There's a bunch of weapons that I've gotten so far. I played about 4 or 5 hours and I've seen about 8 different weapons and each one has been unique. My favorite are the knives though. You get assassin's daggers later on. And they're just so much fun. The assassin's daggers are incredibly fun. Oh, I probably should have blocked right there. That was a mistake, but I was looking at the buff down there. Yeah, let's maybe not get hit with a sword for right now. Your companions do have health, so keep that in mind. I don't think I'm going to allow that to happen. Nope. No thank you. There it is. Put a little bit of heat on him, and he just falls over backwards and is done. Homeboy, will you assist me? Shoot some lightning bolts at this dude. Never mind, I'll just stab him in the face. We'll take the simplest route right there. But each character in the game has a storyline that advances. We talked about that. As far as I can tell, it's about 6 or 7 cards deep. And if you do their storylines, it unlocks more about their background. It'll unlock new items and things that they'll give you. I'll take a soldier's sword. We'll sell it. I'm not going to equip it, but I'll sell it later on if we run across any kind of like merchant or whatever. 37 gold right there. Maybe we'll have another chance to get that merc card again. I hope so. If we get that merc card again, I'd be a lot... Oh, arm wrestling. So the Carnival of Strength. We've already done this one in the previous episode, and so we're wrestling Roland again. It's going to be arm wrestling with a target threshold of 10, which we failed last time. We succeeded this time, so our luck seems to be turning around ever so barely. Good, and so we got 10 gold for that. Roland is no match for your strength. He gives a disappointed backflip off the table and collects his meager winnings, then cartwheels out of the door. Cool, so 10 more gold for us, 57 gold to go with. You take your reward from the purser on the way out, and when you return, you will compete in the next round for a larger prize. I've gotten it up to 20 gold so far.
In your life, you will have wandered endless intersections, yet this one sticks with you. Why? What is it in your memory that catches here?
You arrive at a signpost detailing the possible path east and west. So it'll just unlock another thing right there. It basically acts like a map. We're going to search for more recruits, because that's the final card.
Of the peasantry. What noble traits you display already.
The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out to passers-by to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. Feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. So we gotta chase him down. Bad fortune, 10. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of him as he weaves through the crowd. So there's only one card here we're gonna be able to make happen. Ooh, I think I lost it, but that one? No, I knew it was either that one or the one on the left, and it was the one on the left. Tangled maze of people proves too much, and the thief makes their escape. If you catch him, he gives you a quest to find a bigger treasure.
You are
is what it is.
Now, every fresh encounter will cause you damage. Tread carefully.
You journey through a forest interrupted by an inquisitive child. Are you looking for the forest folk? My uncle says they used to walk these woods giving out gifts. I want to find one and get a lemon cake. Oh, we already did this. So yeah, let's see if we can maybe do this event right here and possibly get the coin off of it. There we go. Luck turned around. You follow the song through a thicket and stream until you find an open glade bathed in golden sunlight. You find an aged maiden, her posture bent like the boughs of a forest. It's been 12 winters since I had a visitor. Her voice is a whisper, yet it thunders in your ears. You may visit me when you are in need, adventurer.
This is yours.
And there
now.
it is right there.
Even if you lose the challenge, you have earned this token.
So that token is actually going to give us the next step in that quest line with the aged maiden, in case you were wondering. It's not going to be anybody at the market, so we'll get started right here.
Let's see how you handle it this time.
Atop West Wind Town Hall is a large bell tower. It used to signal the day's end for the workers in the mines and surrounding fields, but now it will summon West Wind's defenders. Do you wish to summon the soldiers you've recruited? Yeah, let's do it. Blow the whistle. As night cloaks West Wind, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. You survey any soldiers you've managed to recruit. Not bad. You've scoured the land and brought together every available Imperial soldier in the defense of the West Wind. It should be a really easy fight. Let's go! The other challenge is so the challenge we could have done right there to give a rousing speech has 1 success card, 2 fail cards, and 1 great fail card. And so I don't tend to take it very often. Spoiler alert. It's not a challenge that turns out well unless you're good at eyeballing the cards. And I am not. That's what I've learned. That's what I have learned, is that I am not good at eyeballing them cards. Let's get in here. Oh shit, I just got punched in my ass. It seems like he likes me first and foremost. Let's go ahead and get started over here. There we go. Boom, got him. That'll knock down a couple of these cats. So this guy right here is a little special in that you gotta follow up with a heavy strike each time you want to hit him. It can be kind of a pain in the ass because he just like block spams a lot, but I think he only responds to heavy strikes, I think. And so I'm gonna do, yup, you're immune while you're doing bigger hits, in case you were wondering. He's impaled on the ground right now, so that's gonna save us a little bit of trouble. And I'm gonna, ooh, I couldn't get out of the way on that one, actually. Dodged into a barrel. I was hoping I would be able to get out of the way, but nope, not that kind of luck from me. Not that kind of luck from me. So he's going to try and heavy strike right there, and then we go in and we finish him off with a fatality. And that is going to be the end of our quest, I'm pretty sure. I think we're done with that one right there. I'm almost positive that we're finished off on that side. And so, pretty happy with the way that resolved.
Mighty creature of chaos felled by your power. Does it satisfy you, this bloodshed? Knowing those you destroy were once simple peasants going about their day.
Once the corrupted behemoth falls, the rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. The soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. You can rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements with the town already saved. So there it is, we've completed the magician, and we got 1 coin out.
Returns to the deck, but now we only begin our stories of fate, folly, and magic. Do not think I'm satisfied with this, but at least we have a place to begin.
Okay, and so we've unlocked the Ruby Ring, which gives you 10 HP. We've got the Valiant Aegis, which I believe gives you... It makes it so you eat less food, but it gives shitty defense. It has terrible defense, but it makes sure you don't eat quite as much food. And we got Winter's Bane, which is basically the Frost corollary of the sword that we have right now. We've also got some new events: the Man-Eating Tree, the Gnomish Exchange, the Lost Boy, the Pauper Plague, and the West Wind Tavern. And we unlock this event right here, which is going to be the continuation of the Old Maiden's quest, because we found forest folk when we were out there. So finally, it's going to reshuffle the deck, and now we're going to have the opportunity to go back for a brand new campaign. It's going to light up a little bit more of the map, and so there it is. And that's going to give us access to...
You will find more options open to you. Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board. Unlocking cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
So that's going to give us access to the High Priestess, the Empress, and the Emperor. I'm going to go with the Emperor, because that's how we do here in the Nerd Castle. We represent the Emperor. We rock the big E, you know what I mean? I'm going to go with her. I'm going to go with his quest again, just to make sure I can give it another try. We'll go with the Market Thief one more time, arm wrestling, and exotic pies, I guess. Sounds good. I like pies and tarts and whatnot. We can take 8 equipments. Cardinal Blade's good. That's good. Winter's Bane is good. Bastion, Shield, Aegis, and Ring. Actually, we can bring everything this time around. So why not? There are also special cards that are like gold and platinum that do like incredible stuff. And once you unlock those, that means you've gotten to the end of a storyline quest. Like you've made it all the way to the end of like a companion quest or all the way to a main storyline quest. You'll get like platinum cards and gold cards. And you can only put one of those in your deck at a time. And they tend to just be freebies. Like the platinum cards that I've had basically instantly give you legendary items for the rest of your campaign.
Before you, these rules. I do not know truly if they will train you for the challenges that Callus will place in your way.
Okay. I don't know who Callus is, but...
Of course, we know how this part of the story ends. The Emperor is merely the face on the throne. Behind him, the usurper pulls the strings. The one who sits upon the throne of life and death has a great influence upon the world. Their very soul permeates the lands and fills the hearts of the people.
The shrill voice of the town crier rings out across the market square. The Emperor himself seeks Adventurers Guild members. Urgent expedition vital to the safety of the Empire. You spot a crowd of travelers weighed down with weapons and tools lingering nearby. The Empire is offering a reward just to set off on expedition, even more if we make it back. That's how desperate they are for help. And so there it is. That's a gold counter right there. If we step on that, we get some money.
The Empire does not ask for much, but in the end, they take everything.
On arriving at the gates of the royal palace, an armed escort leads you directly to the Emperor's chambers. The Emperor remains still and silent as his chief counsel lays out the expedition. Few relics from the last age shall endure in this world. We had one in this very room up until last night. She gestures to an empty pedestal. Not only must you reclaim the stolen symbol of our power, we ask that you gather its 3 sibling relics. Okay, who stole it? The evidence suggests a thief. Well, yeah, anybody that steals something is a thief. I mean, names. They seized on a weak spot in our guard's schedule. There are many treasures in the palace. It's curious that this is all they stole. Few relics from the last age still endure in this world. We had one in this very room until last night. She gestures to an empty pedestal. Not only must you reclaim it... Okay, so I'm ready to go. Hello, adventurer. It took skilled and dangerous thieves to steal the artifact. We need to ensure you'll be safe out there. See our training officer on the way out. Okay.
A keen eye will notice that themes repeat themselves. Events too. The wheel ever turns.
You are greeted by Captain Estrella Fiora. Thieves are cowards at heart, and they will dodge your heaviest attacks just as they dodge their civic duty. A swift blade is the best way to defeat them. Here, try this out. And so she's given us dual blades. This is my favorite weapon in the whole game.
If you are at war, use every tool at your disposal. If not, let things lie.
Your quest takes you far from the city. Vast wildlands stretch out before you. Your companion reminds you of the mission. One relic was stolen by brazen thieves, another is in the clutches of a shady merchant. One is enshrined in a tiny northern village, and as for the last, who knows? Alright, well, let's head for the thieves. Let's do this thing. The treacherous wilds.
Leads to disaster. Not every inch of the wilderness is peaceful.
The wilds are sometimes treacherous and harmful. While traversing a cliff face, you slip and lose your footing. Though relatively unharmed, the same cannot be said for the pack of traveler's rations that broke your fall. Bummer. That's all of our food gone. So basically we're wandering around with no food right now. That'll be funsies.
It's hard to conceive that either of us were ever such.
He's just a small child, you overhear. A deeper voice growls. We have to take him to the dungeons or else he'll run straight to whatever northern clan he's spawned from and show them where our outpost is. That's a shifty-looking kid. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him, says Malaclips. You consider the boy's fate. I'll save him. Unleashing your weapon, you demand they let the boy go. The Imperial soldiers are unmoved by your threat. Well, they're about to be moved by my daggers, so they better figure it out. So we got 2 guys with gats that look like discount members of the Dishonored crew. And then we got a couple guys with swords over here. Yeah, I don't think I want to get hit by that. I love these weapons. They are my absolute favorite. Like, these daggers are the shit. Yup. And then we go like that. There it is. And that's what you're looking for right there. I'm going to block him, give him a couple little love taps. And we'll keep this thing moving. Yeah, finish him off. There you go. Get that thing done. And then I think I'm going to get up in here and deal a little bit of damage right there. Oh, he caught me. Caught me right along the jawline. Oh, caught me twice. That's the only downside, is that their parrying capacity is not super amazing. Really what you want to do with these weapons is isolate one person and just whoop on them all day long. There it is. And my companion's fighting them off on that side, which is fantastic of him. Yup, hit him with that blitz. Oh, no. And down he goes. We're a little bit wounded right now. This quest is not going so great. We are a little bit scarred up. We got boo-boos on our boo-boos. And we're going to have to look for a way to, like, fix that. So we got armory equipment. Soldier's sword or a warrior's axe. I'll take the sword. Nope, don't equip it. I like the dagger better. I run the daggers almost every single time. A little bit of food, too. As you check on the unconscious guards, you notice the boy looking at you warily as if sizing you up. Alright, throw them bones. See what happens here. Hey, we hit the 13. Very nice. He fiddles with a little dried plant hung on his neck nervously. Alright, I'll tell you. There was an Empire ambush on our village and I ran with Mother. She got separated. He wipes some tears from his face. But I'm not afraid. I am of Clan Catsfoot and we are the greatest pathfinders. I will find my way home. He tells you what he knows of the area. And so there it is. We can avoid some treacherous wilds if we need to. It looks like there's treacherous wilds right there. You really don't want to be a part of that if you can help it. Alright, we got 2 fame. Fame is kind of a weird stat in this game. It does a lot of different stuff. Like, if you have enough fame, a lot of the time you can just bypass certain challenges. Some weapons and armor can only be used by a famous hero. It affects how NPCs react to you in weird ways in different quests and whatnot. Just be aware that the more fame you have, the better it is for you most of the time. He refuses any and all help, and so you can only wish him luck as he disappears into the forest. Alright, we'll go up to this part of the forest then.
A moment
a little help back.
Your travels. Savor it.
The wilds are welcoming and their bounty plentiful. In a bed of river you find some discarded coins. Oh, very nice. That's really, really good. Fantastic for us. I'm happy about that. What was that right there? I don't know what that was. Is there a way for me to, like, look at the entire deck? Like, if I want to look at everything...
In my day,
it's the market thief.
Kept their distance. None would pickpocket a mage for fear of failure, or worse, success.
So we've already seen this challenge. Oh, we're trying to find the success card right there.
You choose the mistakes themselves.
The Tangled Maze of People proves too much. This one's a tough one to get because it's got a bunch of really difficult or luck challenges in a row. Hey, open wilds, that's good though. We found some discarded coins again, which is good because later on we're going to need some coins, but we're out of time for right now. So, we're going to fight some guys with some stolen relics. Never mind. The Thieves' erratic movement...
That is the true question.
The Thieves' erratic movement crosses right into your path. You catch them frantically loading the relic onto a horse and cart. Just hold them off for a couple more minutes while I ready the horses. So we got to kill this guy in 60 seconds. It's actually not that hard. You just got to know that you've got a time limit so that you don't mess around. You're blowing lots of cooldowns and whatnot. This will be the last thing we'll be doing for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Hand of Fate. If you guys like this title, support the developers by buying it down below. If you wanted to hang out in person, go to twitch.tv/SplatterCatGaming, where you can find me every single day at 3 o'clock Pacific time. And then other than that, it has been a blast. If you liked the video, please consider the possibility of dropping a like and a comment down below to let me know how you felt about the video. It does help out tremendously, and I'm just trying to inform my audience about how much it actually helps, because it sincerely does. Like, it really does help. On the back end of YouTube, that's how YouTube decides who gets to see a video and who doesn't when they recommend videos to you. And so those little likes and whatnot can be really, really helpful. I'm going to wipe these guys out as best I can. We got about 10 seconds left, though, and so that's problematic. Hopefully I can kill them off. There we go. A couple of fatalities here. I need another one over here. And then we gotta finish this guy off lickety-split. Like 6 seconds lickety-split. There we go. We got him. I'll see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. Hi, everybody. This is Hand of Fate.